Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another weekly intention. In this video, we'll map out the week by covering the key economic events and the highest probability opportunity in the forex market. The goal isn't to predict the market, it's to be prepared. Let's get into the week's plan. On Monday, which is today, we had 10 a.m. news. I wasn't on my chat because I was not planning on executing or anything. Looking at the weekly calendar, we got nothing on Tuesday and Wednesday, through Thursday as well. On Friday, we have NFP with non-farm payroll and non-farm employment change. So the focus for the protocol for NFP is usually to trade Monday through Wednesday and be off Thursday and Friday. With that being said, the focus of the week is on the first half of the week. Let's just go direct into the chart. Starting from the monthly time frame and this is a new month. I already have my chart of everything outlined there. So the previous week, I wanted to see price clear the previous monthly high on DXY, which we failed to do that after trading so close to it, and we had this heavy retracement downward, leaving this fair value gap in space. On EU, the idea was the same, only invest in this scenario. And on GU, I wanted to see higher prices from the weekly imbalance, which you can't see here right now. Or I'll go down to the time frame. So right now we're currently trading into the inside the monthly imbalance where I want to see a reaction from here towards the 101.800 level and the 101.977 level. The external range liquidity of the monthly range is the first target, leaving this imbalance as the final target. On EU, the external range liquidity is the final target limit, and the previous monthly high is the first target where I want to see price react from the three towards the level. The 1.13534 level is the first target and the final target for the 1.13246. On GU, the target for the month will be the previous monthly low, which is the month of July, the low of July. So I want to see price simply just take that low out. Before I see that happening, I think we're gonna have a run for the 1.35582 level before seeing that. Disregarding the SMT as the highs, is the where GU has proven to be the stronger pair and EU and DXY are way weaker. So drop down to the weekly right now. On the weekly time frame, on DXY, last week closure heavily invest those weekly imbalance where I wanted to see higher prices from. Although we're still trading, we're still in a bullish trend, and we are trading inside currently at the discount of the range, and we could see price still take off from here. Although from the weekly time frame, I'm not very confident this week is gonna print bullish as well. Maybe we're gonna just trade into like 50% of the previous weekly range, leaving an SMT, leaving an imbalance there. We're gonna see price trading to have something like this, trading to then go lower, clear this previous monthly low before we're expecting higher prices. No, not the more previous monthly, this previous weekly low before I expect higher prices. So with that being said, I will still want to see the weekly closure for that idea to be valid. On EU, yeah, we invest the weekly imbalance I was looking for lower prices from, and with this strong bullish closure and the SMT at the highs, maybe we could still see another run up into the buy side liquidity here and taking out the previous weekly high. But I doubt that will be happening this week. This week, I want to see the weekly candle print bearish. I want to see price at least trade into like 50% of this range, maybe leaving this gap. But if we don't have this gap there, I think I would just want to see lower prices from there. On GU, I want to see higher prices, taking out the external range liquidity of this weekly impulsive move leg here. We're gonna retrade it into the bullish weekly imbalance, and we see some clean rejection from the area the previous weekly candle printed heavily bullish, and I want to see price just continue trading higher, clearing out the previous monthly high before I'll see lower prices from there as well. So we could dropping down to the daily time frame here. On the daily, we have a lot to work with. We could see price today's price simply rejecting from the area already, and we could see GU already almost at the daily imbalance printed here. So I want to look for a continuation into the daily imbalance. Yeah, I want to see price trade taking out Friday's low, possibly trading Thursday's low as well, which is the daily imbalance on EU. On DXY, I want to see price still trading to the daily imbalance, which is Friday high, clearing out the previous week Friday high. Possibly, if we should get an inverse of this area, yeah, I will be looking. I will be fully bullish on DXY, but right now I'm looking at the market from both sides, and I'll be reacting to what I see, what I think. So, on the 6 hours, if I should go down to the 6 hours, I should go down to the 6 hours. We're printing lower, and I think we're creating some areas we can. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I think we're creating some areas we could work with for lower prices on GU, EU, and for higher prices. If we should invest the current this current 6 hours imbalance we have here on DXY, an inversion of this gap will give me full confidence. I want to see the daily imbalance here being tapped. So a closure like this for today, if I should see the daily closure above this level, we have something like this. This is what I'll be looking for. And higher DXY, I want to see lower prices on GU and EU. I'll look at the levels being created right now. Perhaps we have this closure just like this. I want to use this 6 hours imbalance we got here for lower prices towards this low here. I think this should be Friday's low and possibly Thursday's low. So the idea is something like this. And GU, I want to see something like that as well, trading to the daily imbalance for clean setup. I think London tomorrow should provide something should provide something worth working with. I will be trying looking to take a trade tomorrow in the London session towards the daily imbalance highlighted here, the Friday low as well. So with that being said, that will be the end of the video here. Preparation creates confidence and execution creates result. Remember to always trade the plan, not the emotion. See you in the market and do well to follow our Discord for more daily updates. Thank you so much for staying to the end of the video.